My mom raised me spiritual. Yeah.
What did that mean?
Yeah, what was that like?
She like, let's see. So she was raised up, but my mom's extremely psychic.
Uh-huh.
Like really, she makes a living being a psychic. And she had like this, she went to Mexico and met an aunt, and the aunt spoke Spanish. My mom didn't speak enough Spanish, but she got like the vibration of what she was telling her. And it was basically like, you have a gift and you have to be on this gift. And my mom's one of the most like the best psychic I've ever come across. Like she's really good. And so my mom spent her years like cultivating that. And when we were born, me and my brother, she was just kind of like, both my mom and dad were on like, we're not going to force religion on you. Whatever you all want to do, you can do that. We're not going to make you go to church or anything. And my mom was always like lighting sage and crystals. And she was really into, religious science of mind. That was like her jam. And then the Course of Miracles, she got into that. So her thing was more like, just feel the vibes, you know, and then you talk to everybody and learn from everybody because everybody has a version of truth. But then my mom was also into the Bible. So she just kind of let me, she's like, what do you feel? You know, like trust your own feeling.
Wow. I'm sort of jealous. It's so interesting with the Bible because, you know, growing up, I grew up Catholic. And so I was so like, Bible, you know, bad. But now coming around to understand the Bible in such a different way has been really profound and beautiful because it's just a really powerful spiritual text that has happened to impact so many people and so many cultures all over the world. And it doesn't, I guess when you take it from being the dogma to like this beautiful spiritual text, it's different. So for you and having a mom that was like, what do you feel? And like leading you in that way instead of telling you what to do or telling you who to be, how did that impact you in understanding your gifts in life and becoming who you are?
So it was really helpful, actually, because every neighborhood I grew up in, there was always a pastor's kid and their family that lived nearby that was my friends. And I seen how they had to go to church all of the time. And they were like, had questions and things that they weren't allowed to talk to their family about. And so being able to talk to my mom about different things or even be allowed to think something was really important for me and something I recognized early on as important. But I feel like it best matches who I am, which is like who I am is one who wants to do what I want and wants to like explore at my own pace and on my own right. So I feel like that was a divine gift to be given to me to have that. And then I'm still in that same process of like constantly discovering and asking. I feel like I'm an anthropologist of life, of just, I'm curious what everybody's into. Like how's your mind? Like what is your life force energy and dedication to? And it's not necessarily what I'm going to buy in, but maybe I can get a piece of something that you have, a wisdom that will continue on to my own unique journey. So yeah, and it just, my family knows I'm that way. And I don't get a lot of pushback that I care about from that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful way to be, just living that curiosity. I feel like we're kind of a part of some sort of rat race at one point or another where it's always about, okay, how can I get ahead? How can I be successful? And then there's the other aspect of that, which is like, how can I be like that person or comparing ourselves to another? But just the very pure curiosity, I feel like we could use so much more of in the world, you know, and I feel like that's a duh statement, but if I really think about it, I'm like, it's such a beautiful way to be where there's just this dissolving of judgment and just like a very heart open curiosity that I think would be so healing for us to bring more of that into our daily lives. I guess, what does that look like for you in the world that we're living in now? Like, how do you retain that curiosity and heart openness?
Well, it's part of my prayer for my life. I think it's important to have like a prayer for your life or a vision or a declaration of what you stand for. And mine is, I'm here to discover. Like I'm on a soul journey and I came to Earth School to like study humanness. And so I have to be in service to like the mystery and what is going on. And also I just have a lot of respect for people. Like I'll often say that there's an intelligence in everything. Like you look at a person who's poor and our society says that they're like stupid or they're disadvantaged or they're, they're not much value. But have you ever sat with those people or lived with them and seen the genius that they have and the realm of the universe that they have mastered and how resourceful they've become and how they navigate with other people and how they sense what's going on around them, all the way up to like very wealthy people, and everything in between. Everybody has a genius that's working on their behalf. And I like that because if you actually are curious and you ask them questions or just observe, you can take a piece of that and it starts becoming jewels that goes in your bag. And you can use that when you find yourself in situations that you may not have otherwise been prepared for.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Morning Microdose by Almost 30.
We hope you enjoyed waking up.
As always, we encourage you to take what resonates and leave the rest. If you enjoyed this trip, tune into the full episode on the Almost 30 podcast. All episode information can be found in the show notes.
Make sure to subscribe, and if this becomes a part of your morning routine, be sure to share it with a friend. We have new inspiring doses Monday through Friday. Follow us on Instagram at Morning Microdose and follow Almost 30 at Almost 30 Podcast.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the vortex.